What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 17 returning today. Sloggy season, here we go. Part 1 of Sloggy season. Loads of games to get through today. We'll play around 8 or 10 I'd say. And I'm hoping to continue what has been a decent start. 2 wins and just 1 loss in our first 4 games. So kicking off, really big game as well. Napoli away in Naples at the Stadio San Paolo. Loads of games, let's dive into it. Forza Udinese. Yeah, it's been an alright start to the season, and again that loss at Gennaro, only defeat so far. It was one of those games where the scoreline was a bit deceptive. 3-0, really? We weren't that bad. We really weren't. So, oh, great touch, Profundi that. Prati. Ebosele. Oh, what a goal! It's been a decent start and a win here. We're turning from a decent start to a very good one. Festi Ebosele, that's a very subpar reaction. Guys, what a goal! What a goal! Prati to the young Irishman, and a class finish past Meret into the top corner. Udinese playing brave football, leading by 1. And again, this will be a massive win. And don't forget, because of the head-to-head record being a tiebreaker before goal difference, that's a big reason as to why. It wasn't the reason we missed out on a European place last season. Because of how tight it was, it easily could be. Wins in games against teams like this are absolutely priceless. As Nunez plays a brilliant through ball. Terrera offload. Shot comes in. Great finish. 1-1. Napoli right back on level terms. Tano, Nunez shot blocked, gets it back off press, and Gashi with a reasonably comfortable save. Keeps us still tied at 1-1. And I would certainly take this result here. Second draw of the season, yes, but as Pongraci says it clear straight to Politano, there is Gashi again. This is a very difficult game, one of the more difficult games we have during the season, so just making sure we don't lose these games. That's the most important thing. Yeah, wins are massive, but just cannot afford to lose them due to that head-to-head record. Tight game, this really tight. Couple of goals in the first half. None since then as Kawami off the bench as well. Oh, that's got to be a straight red, surely. Going to go on the counter. Yep, and Matteo Politano brings his man down. Did you see his Instagram story, by the way? With the emoji posted? Obviously not called up for the Euro squad, and after Italy exited. I don't know, man. Like I know in this social media age it can be hard to contain emotion at times, but that to me, like if you want to be selected for future squads, probably not the best thing to do. Anyway, 10 minutes to go, still tied, but because we now got the man advantage, we'll go for this. Oscar Dorley for the win! Oh, I just couldn't get it goal bounty outside the left boot. Well, even when Napoli went down to 10 men, I still felt we'd probably be glad to take a point, and thus we do. Like I said, man, we're just not at this level yet. We can go to these games, especially away, targeting all 3 points. A point is a decent result there. I'll definitely take that. And just before our following game against Roma, we have 3 more scouting updates. We're from Italy. This is why I always say you should never put a player in your academy after 1 month's worth of scouting, even if they do appear quite good. Colombo looked really solid on 1 month's worth of scouting, but already he's had a big potential downgrade, and it's only going to get worse as time goes on as well. So yeah, always be selective and always be patient as well. Sure, you run the risk of a player going elsewhere, but because of the amount of players you can find in a scout report, it's always best to be super selective and best to wait. Toma could still be alright. Cristea maybe going to make it. But so far, no one making the academy as of yet. No one here either. And from Switzerland, wow. I think I might have just seen the player with the lowest starting overall I've ever seen. It's up there. It's definitely up there. Obviously, it's because he's playing out of position. But even so, 29 to 41 overall. Now that is incredibly low. Goodness gracious me. I do love the idea of, like, you know, one day doing a save where, like, I take the lowest rated player out of my first month's worth of scouting and then try and turn him into a superstar. From 0 to hero. Worth a go, right? But not in this save. We ain't got enough time. Right, following game. Yeah, Roma heading into this game here. It's been a decent start. Just 1 loss in our first 5 games. But again, if we are to be a top 7 team, wins in these games would do us the world of good. Back in Udine, won our first 2 games at home. Let's extend our home set record in Udine to start the season off. Forza Udinese. Kawame starting for Luca. Finds Dorley. What a start for him. And What a start for this man as well. Called it for it at the back of the net. Gashi signed that extension. And I haven't loaned him out this year because I want to give him game time. It's going to be so hard to do so with Profundi in that role. Simone getting a rest due to fitness, but that's already his second goal of the season. I really don't know how to get him and Profundi in because they've both got potential to special. I don't know how I'll start them both. That's the problem. Yeah, it's just such a difficult one now. It kind of reminds me of when, like, like a national team has two really great players in the same position and they can't start them both. Yeah, I think about Brazil, for example. One of Edison or Alisson has to sit on the bench, you know. It's unbelievable. These are two of the best goalkeepers in the world, but they both can't start, you know. It's kind of the same with us, really. Profundi, after last season, has now had his potential upgrades and potentially special, and the Gash has come back from Darmstadt and maintained that as well. One of them's got to sit on the bench, but it's hard to do that because both deserve to be starting here. Come on for Roma, taken short to João. And Felix gives it back. Oh, lovely ball through. Belotti, saved by Gashi. With 22 to go, once again, just like in Naples, I'm thinking, do we just try and see out the point here? Because we know it's going to be tough to do so. Felix dispossessed, and Querfeld will get it away. Yeah, not ready to go into these games and target wins yet. Sometimes you just got to know when to put your foot on the ball and go for the point. And Dicker shut down by the Gash, but couldn't win it back. 10 to go. We're just going to try and see out the point here against what is a very good Roma side. Like I said, know where you are. We're not ready to go into these games and target wins yet. So we've just got to grind out a point, so be it. All hands on deck. Great hustle by Keita. But if there is a chance for a break, take it. Preti. Gashi. Dawley. All the ease. Press shot blocked. And Gash. Oh! I said one's got to start, one's got to sit on the bench. If there was ever a case to be made to start both the Super GASH Bros, I think tonight is a good case to be made. Great save by Fatos on one end and a brace by his bro on the other. And what a beaut. 20 yards out. Bends it in top bins. No chance for Svila. And Udinese have won it late. What a performance from the Super GASH Bros, man. Absolutely sublime. The Super GASH Bros. Oh, man, that was an amazing goal. I was thinking, how can that Keita goal against Torino get beaten? Only took 2 games. That was a beaut. Absolute beaut. And again, they've both got the potential to be special. I think Fatos definitely deserves a wage increase now. I think I'm going to give him one now too. But both got potentially special. I should say he and Profundi. So to only start one, it's just so difficult. So difficult, especially since Simone won the assist title last year. I mean, you know, one of them could drop down to CM, but then you lose the direct threat right in behind Lorenzo. It is such a tough call. And the only alternatives as well is that both of them aren't that bad defensively. But both of them aren't that bad defensively, and Gashi has a high defensive work rate, so you could possibly justify starting one on the right-hand side and dropping Ebosele to the bench. But then Festi was great last season. It's such a tough call to get all of these guys involved, man. And I have just given Fatos a new contract as well. Even $5,000 a week in modern-day football is quite low, but considering the fact he was only on 10% of that, I think he'll be glad to get it. Right, following game away in Turin, taking on Juventus. Nice little mini run, but heading into this one here, having to rotate my entire side, I'll definitely take a point against the old lady. Forza Udinese. Yeah, I mean, the only thing we could do is just do 1 in, 1 out. So, you know, Simone starts one game and then Gashi starts the next. And then Simone comes back in and then Gashi returns. And then Simone fills back in and then it's Gashi once more. That's really the only way I can think of doing this because... Oh, Profundi! Oh, massive block by Bremer. I mean, like... Neither deserve to sit on the bench for an extended period of time, unless their form has been shambolic. But the truth is, Xhaka heads just over. They're both our highest potential players, we assume, alongside Fatos between the sticks. And thus, if I have them both, if I have one of them, sorry, on the bench for a long period of time, their potential is going to get downgraded come the end of the season. Simone's only just had it upgraded. I can't lose it again. 26 minutes in, still tied until now. Malik heads home, and it's the Polish striker with the opener. Defensively, man, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I don't want to do the take Festievo Sele out and put either Profundi or Gashi on the wing, because, I mean, we're bad enough defensively. We take out another player who isn't that bad at the back and defending. We're going to be absolutely, I mean, even more woeful than we are right now. We can't defend. I mean, at that point, you might as well go like 1-8-1. Do you know what I mean? Like, Xhaka holding down the fort at the back and Lorenzo holding the ball up top. As Profundi finds Ndukidi. Oh, should have had his first goal for the club. Woeful miss. Come on, don't go too down. Don't go too down, because that'll do it. Ravela drills it in bottom corner, and that will do it. Empty the bench. 30 minutes to go. Empty the bench. This game's over. The biggest problem this Udinese side has is depth, both in quality and quantity. You take out more than, let's say, 3 players, and you'll see a massive drop-off in ability. We can't go into games with a lot of rotation and expect to win, at least not these games as well. So I'm not too disappointed about this. We're underdogs anyway, especially so of a weakened side out there. Put it to the back of your mind, move on to the next one. But just like last season, the early season trend is the same. Haven't won away yet, but we've won all of our games at home. So thankfully for the next one, we're back in Udine. Fiorentina at the Blue Energy Stadium. Let's return to winning ways here for Udinese. Yeah, it's crazy how, like, just like last season, the trend is clear and evident. You know, we can't win away, but we've won all of our games at home. And I do feel like sometimes in life, people, when they notice a pattern and they notice a trend, they'll often try and manipulate that and change that, as opposed to work with it. Ah, it's a cracking finish, that. Barak with the opener, and Fiorentina lead. 32 minutes in, down by 1. As things stand, so for our first game this season without a win at home. But to me, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. To me, I would look at it the other way, and I would say, as Gashi fires in his 4th off the post, if you notice like a pattern, don't try and change it. Work with it. If you can't win away, then just win at home. And I know it sounds incredibly simplistic, but it's true. I think oftentimes we just want to change things the way we want them, but sometimes it's about working with what we've got. You know, if we have a terrific home record but can't win away, don't worry about the away days. You can scrape a point here or there, that's great. But just make sure you win your home games, you know. We did that in the Almeria. If you remember, we did an Almeria agreement earlier this year. But no, for those who didn't watch that, oh, good save, Gashi. We could not win against the big teams in Spain. The big 3, Atletico, Barca, Real Madrid, we literally could just never beat them. So I was like, okay, all right, from now on, forget going to the new camp and going for a win. Forget hosting Real Madrid and hoping to win it. Just make sure, that's a terrible shot, just make sure we win the bankers. And that's how we won the championship. So with Udinese, I feel it needs to be the same. If we can't win away from Udine, just make sure we do win in Udine, you know? It's like that great joke where a man goes into a doctor's office and he said, doctor, my arm hurts when I do this. And, like, you know, he's waving his arm around or whatever. And the doctor just says, don't do that then. Like, you know, it's as simple as that. Occam's razor, and it's simple here as well. It's like, you know, guys, we can't win away, then just win at home. Like, you know what I mean? It's not rocket science or brain surgery. It's just simple stuff. Dorley's corner headed away. But do you know what is surprising? Still haven't got Xhaka a goal from a corner yet. Surely it won't be long, right? There's Press will win that. Gashi, Luca. Udinese in front. Can't win away, just win at home. Final minute of normal time. Is that gone? Is that gone? No. Oh, no. I thought it gone. No. I thought it had gone out of play. Evidently it hadn't. Fiorentina, first team to stop us winning at home this season. In that case, we do need to start winning away. Final kick of the game. And so right now, 8 games in, 9th place. Have a game in hand on a few teams, but yeah, we could really do a picking up our first away day victory here. Following contest, Bologna on the road, going for a first away win. And just our 2nd win in our last 5 games. Starting to stumble a little bit. Let's get back on track. Forza Udinese. Oh, that'll do. Jack up, William, mate. Nicely done. Oh, get out of the way, press. He's really taken a step back, him. Season 1, he was brilliant. Last season, mediocre at best, and so far this season, nothing to write home about. Such a shame as well, because, you know, those players you bring in, and instantly they look great, and then they kind of just dip. Yeah, Prass, for me, has been that kind of guy. Udinese in front, and down again, 28 minutes in. Our defensive woes continuing to be laid bare for all to see. Just literally, that's a bit lucky that, but we'll take it. Literally, cannot defend. So like I said, it's simple. It's simple, Doxy boy. You can't defend, just score more. Luca with the instant leveller. So second half underway, tied at 1-1. As we are still searching for our first away day victory this season. Could definitely go for it though in the second half. Coming from behind to hopefully lead. As Festi sent down the right. Luca get in the middle some. You got the height. In it goes. Oh, brilliant save to deny our number 17. 5 after the restart. Still tied at 1-1. And you know, we still haven't got Jacare a goal yet. L1R1. L2R2. No, cheat code just can't be activated at the moment. Have EA nerfed the cheat code? Have they wisened up to it? It's like they saw me activating and they were like, Doxy boy, this isn't for you, this is for our developers. This is for us to test a corner. Yes! New corner system. We're gonna nerf the cheat code. You shouldn't have access to this. How did you find it? Come on! Luca with the second, his second, and Udinese in front. And there we go. It's only fitting that after our great home record came to an end, we finally end our poor away record. Yep, Luca completes the turnaround single-handedly with goals 4 and 5 already this season. The Giant ensuring we get a big win on the road. And just before that game against Sassuolo, 3 more scouting updates. Well, I must say we're really struggling out of the gate here this season. No one again from Italy really struggling this year. I think we could see one of these Romanians make it. 3 decent players, 2 of which called Toma, who both look quite good. This lad at 6'2" as well. And if he's playing out of position at CM there, he'd have a nice overall spike if we converted to CB, but it's only been a month. Like I said again, just be patient. And from Switzerland, wow, I must admit, we're really struggling to start this year off. We'll keep our eyes on 3 players here, but at the moment, we're not quite getting the joy from this year's worth of scouting. But this lad is 6'5", to be fair. Oh, goodness, possibly. We'll think about it. Anyway, right, following game, back home for this one, Sassuolo. Just had our great 100% record at home, ended by Fiorentina. But on the back of the away day win against Bologna, let's bounce back here against Sassuolo. Made a good start to the season, as have we. Let's get the 3 points here. Forza Udinese. Yeah, do you remember in the last episode I was talking about how there's always that one team in a league season that's in form and you've got to compete with? Sassuolo might be those guys this year. They've actually got a really solid side as well. Go on, off you go, mate, off you go. And yes, it's a really decent team. So when we do face them, it like I said, because it goes head-to-head before goal difference is a tiebreaker, beating them does us the world of good, especially if we do it home and away. Being our first meeting against them, starting off with a dub. This guy, though, on fire to start the season off. 6 goals in 8 games. Lorenzo Luca. He's got his eyes on that golden boot, just like we've got the eyes on a European place this season. Corner, Sassuolo, right before the break. Have not had a clean sheet in quite a while. Oh! And we're just about clinging onto it here. Cesar Huerta, former Fulham man, at least in our career mode universes, hits the top of the crossbar and we just about survive. Still leading by 1. I don't think we've had back-to-back wins to start this season off yet, so this would be a big 3 points here. Yeah, do you guys ever do that? Like when you come across a player in a different career mode save, and you're like, oh, well, you might be playing for my opponents today, but it'll always be a member of, you know, ex-club that I was managing, you know. Cesar Huerta can play. Oh, what a save, Gashi. He can play for Sassuolo. He could play for Frosinone or Real Madrid. It'll always be a Fulham boy. And Gashi will always be an Udinese icon, I think. This dude, thrown at the deep end, holding his own. What a save. 3 minutes to go, and like against Bologna, just trying to cling on to a 1-goal victory, which will see us win back-to-back for, again, I think the first time this season. And big 3 points against a side who will be competing with for a conference or Europa League spot. A rearguard defensive shutout sees us cling on to a win. We don't say that often. Massive 3 points. And let's try and build on this good form, man. No losses in 3, 7 points taken from 9, back-to-back wins. Let's keep this going. And I love seeing Alex Scott give the kids some love as well as Fatos gets the post-match interview. And following the game, Christian Kouame says, "Boss, I really think if I don't start getting a regular game, I'm going to need to consider my future here." But like I said when I signed him, this was to be expected. And again, I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, but the reason I do it is because I don't want people to get the wrong idea. This is fine for me. This is totally fine. We brought him in, and most of those 7 games, I think all but 1 actually, have been off the bench. So I'm okay with this. I'm totally okay. And why? It's because we promised him a crucial squad role. He hasn't had that yet. So again, in situations like this, I really don't mind it. It's when you bring in a player, he is starting the vast majority of games, and then he complains. That I've got the issue with. This I don't. Right, following game, going for our 3rd straight win, and it's a massive one. Atalanta away in Bergamo. And like I said, these are the teams who we'll be going head-to-head with for a European spot. So massive game here, but a win would actually put us in the top 4 for the first time all series long, I believe. So big clash here away in Bergamo. Forza Udinese. Luca to Pras. And Gash to Ewasele. Back to Alexander. Lovely ball through the gap to Zamora. And a nice build-up. Results in the opener. Lovely little build-up. And this is why I can't start Christian Kouame. Lorenzo is just on flames. I mean, what can you do? You know, we talked about this earlier with Gash and Profundi. When one player is head and shoulders above the other in terms of form right now, just got to accept it. Someone in your position is just playing better than you. And Tataber to Jeremy Pina. Into the middle, El Benaltore, good block by Xhaka. And we still find ourselves leading by 1. And again, well, this is better. Defensively, starting to tighten up a little bit after what had been... Oh, Gashi, brilliant save on the bicycle kick. Such a poor start defensively, following on from last season's poor defensive performance all year long. Great save, still leading by 1. Second half underway, still leading by 1. Again, impressed by the fact we've really tightened up. Long way to go, of course, but even so... Oh, great ball, Pongracic. Oh, surely. Luca. Unstoppable. Absolutely unstoppable. The Italian Peter Crouch is absolutely dominating. 2-0 up, and as things stand there for 3 straight wins and no losses in 4. We've got our groove. Oh, goodness, what an awful goal to concede. That was such a scramble in the... And that's how we concede, really? Like, we've been defending brilliantly, and that's how we concede? Oh my god, that is just awful. Absolutely awful. We haven't improved much, then. Into the final 2 minutes as we try and see this out. Ball poked in, Zamora loses out to hands. Tataber, come on, don't lose it. Don't lose it. Oh, press with a block and surely. Just hung on, clinging on once again for the 3rd straight game. But for the 3rd straight game, it is a win. 3 wins on the trot, no losses in 4, and only 1 loss in our last 8 games, I think it is now. Excellent run of form. Let's do one more and we'll end on that. Man, I would have been fuming how we lost out at the end. How many blocks were there, honestly? It was a block party, and Atalanta almost turned the speakers off. I do not know what that means. What is that? Like, seriously? It doesn't even make any sense, Docks, honestly. Right, let's do one more game, our final one today. Empoli back in the Serie A, but right now sitting rock bottom of the table and winless in their first 11 games. It's been a sublime start to the season in a European spot, but a win here will probably see us end the episode in the top 4, and what an amazing start that will be a third of the way through the season. Let's end with 4 wins in a row in what needs to be a banker for Udinese. Sorry, my apologies. Empoli didn't go down in season 1. I don't know why I said that. It was Cagliari. Hold on. Yes! Cagliari, Lecce, and Salernitana. Sorry, Empoli haven't been relegated in the save yet, but it might well be this season, that's for sure, because it's been a woeful start and it looks set to continue. No wins in 11 might now become no wins in 12. If he's not scoring, he's setting him up. Lorenzo to Simone, and Udinese strike first with, I think, Profundi's first goal of this season. And from kickoff one straight back, and Luca tries his luck from range. Good save, still 1-0. But a very fast start. Very fast. And that's what you want to do in games like this. You know, you're the firm favourites. You're massive favourites at that. Alright, go prove it. Go at them from the very first whistle. And you could say, message received. Oh, what a save on Lovric. And had it not been for Bodart between the sticks, would be 2-0 up easy. Can I get Xhaka a goal from a corner yet? Oh, off the bar, still waiting. How has Jacobillo not got a goal yet? Honestly, he got 10 last season from corners. And still the search for the cheat go getting his first of the year continue. It's coming. It's coming, Skipper. Don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming, mate, honestly. It's not going to be long until he gets it, as Profundi finds Festi, and this should be 2, and it's not. A great save. Let it go, though. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So I want to get another corner, because at the moment, again, Jack is doing all the right things, and I say this all the time. When you're doing all the right things, just haven't had a rub of the green. I know it sucks. I know it's demoralising, but keep going and keep doing what you're doing. Don't change anything. You're doing the right things. Just believe in time, you'll get your reward. Jack is doing all the right things, man. That goal is coming. That goal is coming. So don't lose belief. Don't lose faith. Just trust. Eventually, you're going to get your reward. And Xhaka will. Great tackle, Makumbu. And Luca. And Profundi. Oh, there we go. Easy man. Oscar Dorney was literally sat at the back post like a goal hanger, just like, guys, when you're ready, I'm totally unmarked. Like, I mean, I'm literally completely free at the far post. So when you're ready, no rush, but just pop it to me and I'll get the next one. Look at him now, he's just completely there. There's poor marking, and then there's accusations of match fixing. A rare game where Luca doesn't score, an even rarer game where Udinese keep a clean sheet. What's not rare to see right now is a win for the boys from the Blue Energy Stadium. Yeah, it's 4 on the trot and only 1 loss in our last 9 games. It's safe to say, for the first time ever, we've really got things sorted here with Udinese. But of course, we're only 12 games into Season 3. There's still a long way to go with the project and the season as well. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Cremo, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I'll return in the next one with more big games in the league season as you try and get through to December, middle of December, maybe late December, and we might squeeze in our first Coppa Italia game as well. We'll see if we've got time. Have a great day though, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode. We'll try and keep things going very soon.